Hi guys, welcome back. All right, so before we jump into this message, let me first say that the winner of yesterday's giveaway, which was a little red velvet bag with a coin and a mood ring in it, that one is going to, hold on, I have to read it so I don't get this wrong. It's going to Adventures of Nacho and S. Jr. All right, so Adventures of Nacho and S. Jr. If you would please take a quick peek in the description box, copy and paste my email, and then send me a little email. Let me know where in the world you'd like me to mail your prize to, okay? You will hear back from me within 24 hours of you emailing me. So if you did not hear back from me, it's because I didn't reach, or you didn't successfully get your message through to me. So do please copy and paste my email just so we make sure it gets through, okay? All right, so now for today's giveaway prize. Today, guess what? We're doing a little velvety blue bag, but inside the little velvety blue bag, hold on, I'm gonna have to open this up. Sorry, I have to open your prizes before I can show you what they are. It's another one of the choker necklaces. This one's different than all the others. Actually, I think this one's probably a little bit prettier. It's black with a big rose on it. Sorry, I don't wear chokers very well, but it's actually really pretty. I like this one a lot. I kept one of them for myself, even though I'll probably only ever wear it around Halloween. And I think I used it. I wore it on screen, several weeks back, but and then the other thing that it comes with is there's a whole collection. I think there's like 7 or 8 of these stacking rings as well. They're all silver with mostly blue or crystal in it. And so anyone who's ever worn stacking rings, it's like you put multiples on each finger. And I just thought they were kind of pretty. Stacking ring, knuckle ring, however you want to think of it. But if you would like to enter to win, since it's all blue stone, so blue and black is kind of the colors here, but just write the word blue velvet in the comment section. Make sure that you hit the thumbs up button on this video. Make sure you're a subscriber, and voila, you're entered to win. And then tomorrow, don't forget to watch the next bonus message that I put out, because I'll tell you who the winner is, okay? So let's go into this video now, shall we? I always start this series with something that actually happened in my real life, usually pertaining to something that my dog did. And honestly, he's been such a good, just very active dog. So it's been awesome for me because we kind of are hiking in more strenuous areas now. But he gets really excited. But then halfway up this big, steep mountain, and I would have gone further, but he like plunked down and looked at me like, what are we going just straight up for, Mom? He wanted more variety. So I had to go and change our approach and go to some switchback trails because he wanted something more than, like, I was just going to do the straight up. And he knew that there were switchbacks off to the side and he wanted it that way instead. So all right, we go that way next. And it's just so funny how I think I'm out there for exercise and he's out there for the, the wild variety of it all. And I just think it's funny because it's so good for me. When I consult with my dog, right? I know, crazy lady. I never said I wasn't. So I'm totally fine with that. But here's the idea. If we're going to take anything away from that, what I'll say is, my dog definitely enhances my life in lots of different ways. And let's keep that in mind as we start this story. Someone may kind of become aware that something almost enhances their life, something that they wouldn't have done it that way themselves. That's why it's nice to have another influence in someone's life. We have got the 8 of Swords, and I wanted to say Flight of Swords first. You can see why, but it's the 8 of Swords. But you notice the 8 of Swords is usually a card of being stuck. Nothing stuck about this, huh? This is definitely a card that's actually helping us overcome a situation of being stuck. It's almost like the ancestors are saying, you've been stuck, you got to get out of this. You've been stuck trying to figure out some kind of a mystery maybe, and it's like, just fly on from it. Don't allow oneself to get trapped. Now is a good time to go ahead and be more free. We have a 4 of Wands, and we have the Magician. Okay, this is a reading that has a lot of promise. Somebody needs to get beyond their fears and they need to just go for it, like all in. No baby steps, no careful this, careful that. Just, I mean, because it's a 4 of Wands followed by a Magician, if there's somebody out there who this story is pertaining to, it's like the ancestors are telling the lead character in this story, if you know who you want, if you know how you feel about someone, what the heck are you doing? second guessing it. Just do it. Just do it. And this could be, this was the final push that somebody needed to just get out of their stuck head. Let's go with a deck that is like going to be very jarring because it's sharp imagery, whereas that was all dreamscape. Don't ask me why. I want to go with sharp imagery when we have something soft and delicate. I think it's because it's like going from the dream state to like, let's make it real. So we have a 5 of Pentacles in the reverse. We have a Knight of Cups in the upright, and we have the Fool. And this Fool is like, get on the plane. Don't think about it. Get off the plane. Don't think about it. Head straight to the person that you care about. No more blockages, no more explanations, no more difficulties, no more nothing that holds you back. Just like, I maybe somebody, maybe there's like a power anthem that somebody listens to, right? With his Knight of Cups, it's like, what do you want? You want that lover? Go get him. Flip on that great music that is like, oh gosh, is it Ozzy Osbourne? How do you know if it's love? It's just something that lasts forever. I'm thinking it's a rock anthem. Anyway, that's what this makes me think of. Forgive me if it's not Ozzy. I can't think of who it is right now. But it's, I don't know, it's a rock, heavy rock anthem. So maybe somebody likes classic rock. Maybe I think classic rock had some of like the most awesome like lyrics. Like, listen to some of the lyrics on those love songs. Oh my gosh, there are amazing lyrics in those love songs. Gosh, I'm thinking about Air Supply out of nothing at all. No, there's so many like really touching lyrics. And I just feel like what's nice about that kind of rock anthem is that you've got something hard and gritty, but you have these like really tender love lyrics sometimes too. And so it kind of brings it into something where it's like, what I want to say is it's a very masculine kind of like way to express love. You know, it may come out like with the, you know, awesome guitar riffs, but then there's this sense of sentimental poetry that is like so gentle and so sweet. It's a really nice, it's like sweet and salty, sweet and sour. It's nice. If that's what somebody is getting revved up to do, maybe it is a masculine. We see pretty much everything is masculine other than on that 4 of Wands, right? Everything else has come across as kind of masculine energy. So if this is the object of their affection, is this 4 of Wands, this masculine is getting all fired up about taking off. They're not going to let anything else block them. They're not going to let anything else get in their way and steal their thunder. That's what I look at this particular 5 of Pentacles as. Yeah, I mean, it's a card of somebody thieving, but I feel like no one's going to steal their thunder. Now I got that song, Nothing Gonna Break My Stride, in my mind. Boy, it's gonna be full of music, but I can't help it. Come on, he's playing a guitar. Someone flicks on their music and says, I don't care. Maybe they put in their earbuds and they just go. I'm picturing somebody driving, like maybe it's a bit of a drive to get to an airport. They may not necessarily even be ready. Heck, this is somebody who's laying in bed one night and they get up and they go, I can't do this anymore. I just have to do this. I have to go. I can't lay here and think about this anymore. I better do it before I lose my nerve. And they're up out of bed, maybe not necessarily completely dressed since he's got one flip-flop and like one shoe on, in holy jeans because they weren't really expecting to walk out of their house and just go to the airport. But I feel like they go to the airport and they get on that flight. This is a departure. And then they land and it still is like, doesn't matter. I've come this far. I'm not stopping at this point. I'm not stopping. Fool card says, I'm going to at least find out what she says. It's all or nothing now. This person is like, you know, it's that moment, you know, in those movies where somebody's playing poker and they all of a sudden they just go, I'm all in, and they push all their chips in the middle and they're like, you know, whatever, 17 on red. Oh, it's red today. Maybe that's good luck. And there's the Emperor, the red carpet. This could be a same-sex relationship that we're talking about. This could be somebody who is taking charge like a boss, but this could be 2 masculines like choosing each other This could be like, hey, I'm not going to pretend that it's not you I want. I'm going to own this, and this is who I want to be with. Or this is a masculine stepping up to this position of power and authority. They may be getting off the plane all scattered, but man, the way, and they may even feel foolish, and they may even feel like, what the heck am I doing? But you know what? Whoever the recipient is of this person's affection, like they're going to see this person walking toward them like a freaking emperor, somebody who comes in like with that stride that says, I know what I want. Oh my gosh. And I've got Staying Alive in my head. I love Bee Gees songs. It's just funny because they may think of themselves like this, like, I'm a mess. I feel like an absolute joker. I feel like an absolute fool. I don't know what the heck I think I'm doing, but that is not. Their action is actually boss action. When somebody does what's true inside of themselves, you know, they take action and they say, this is real, this is honest, this is what I mean, and I'm going after the thing that I need to say, need to do. When somebody does that, I feel like that's a very boss attitude. Does it mean that they'll get everything they want? No. But isn't that kind of like, damn, that person's got some serious moxie. That person's, they got it going on. They don't mess around. They say what they mean what they say. I think this person is coming in strong. 6 of Wands. Again, half of them feels like a fool for doing this. He's in a clown suit, but the other half of them has this huge sense of relief. Like, at least I'm finally going to do it. At least I'll put myself out there. At least I will say, this is me. This is what I've got to offer. This is how I feel. I feel like it's a huge burden off this person's shoulders that they're just finally doing it. Okay, so obviously, well, let's change decks before we talk about who the recipient of their bold move is. Did we go this route? I think we go this route. Tell me about the recipient of this Emperor's bold action. High Priest and a King of Cups. Definitely could be a same-sex relationship. Doesn't have to be. This could be a feminine who's actually in a masculine energy themselves, meaning, and we all have masculine and feminine energies within us, right? It's like someone who has gotten very good control over their emotions, someone who is extremely tapped into their higher self. But with the High Priest, which this is actually the Hierophant in any other deck, so it's Taurus energy, this could be someone who is like, they might have even sensed that this individual was on their way. They might have even known it, just because when you're that tapped into the higher sense of self, I feel like this person is fairly serious. I think this person, where it comes to their emotions, they have absolutely no qualms about really expressing themselves. Like, if they want to say something, they really say it and they really mean it. If they're not 100% sure, they don't say it. There isn't any of that, wishy-washy back and forth energy for this person, whether they're a masculine or a feminine. This is somebody who could be deeply spiritual as well. This could be somebody, now, unfortunately, this could also be somebody who's in a deeply committed and loving relationship, but it's not, because we got an 8 of Cups. This person is actually single, solo, but is very committed to their own quality of life, is very committed to being completely, I feel like they're very emotionally balanced, but they actually are alone. And they may have walked away from this situation. They may have turned their back to it and said, well, even if I sense that this person is coming toward me, I'm not the one who will be taking action toward them. For whatever reason, this person says, I am very balanced. I am extremely, I take action in everything that I need to in my own life, but things that are not mine to either correct or to express or expand on, I don't take action on something. So for whatever reason, let me explain it this way. For whatever reason, this individual who the Emperor is coming toward, this individual has made a decision somewhere along the line that the Emperor would have to be the one to make all the moves, because it wouldn't be them doing it. And they've found a sense of peace in all of this, meaning if the Emperor doesn't come toward me, it's not something that would have been for me anyway. So this is somebody that made peace with the Emperor never coming forward. This person turned their back on it. This person found their peace. They found their balance. It's so interesting, though, because they've been working hard in their own life, and I feel like they've reached a pretty nice level of comfort. They may be a little bored right now, to be honest, a little bit bored and a little bit like, I want something else to come into my life. I'm pretty set. I've got a lot of things, balanced out in my world right now. I don't have any like major things that are, catastrophic that I'm dealing with. I'm pretty much in a good place. I have some sense of stability around me right now. Then why do I feel a little restless? We got that restless energy with that 7 of Wands. So, and maybe it's, let's ask. I was going to say maybe it's because of that Emperor who seems to be on their way, but let's let the cards do the talking. 6 of Wands. Well, here's the thing. We got some mirrored energy, don't we? Because the last card for the Emperor's side was the 6 of Wands, and now we have a 6 of Wands on our other person's side. Look, if ever there were an opportunity for these two to maybe have like a really equal footing conversation, it would be now, just because they're both actually in a place of personal strength. They both feel like they're doing what they need to in their lives. So if these two were to, granted, the thing that the Emperor is feeling good about is the fact that they're finally stepping forward. They're making I'm going to use the word righteous. They're making a righteous choice. And I know what that sounds like when I say it. That's why I enhance the word even further, because it sounds so goofy coming out of my lips. I feel like Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure or something. But it would be a righteous time for them to come together. So our character that the Emperor is coming toward is in that headspace where it's like, I'm super emotionally balanced. But yeah, I'd like something to pizzazz up my world. And I feel like really ready for something. I feel good enough to have something really awesome. Meanwhile, our Emperor is over here going, I'm finally taking the right choice, or making the right choices. I'm taking a leap of faith toward the thing that I need to take a leap of faith toward. And I feel good for the first time in a long time. What's the mutual energy between these two then? We have got the 4 of Cups going to the 5 of Cups, and we've got the King of Coins going to the Page of Coins. So the mutual energy is that there is both feel a missed opportunity. Both also feel a sense of regret with the way something shook out. And then it's just funny that we have this. Did I read that right? Yeah, it's King of Coins. Sorry, because I was seeing the feminine here and no king in sight. I was like, should I have said queen? But it's the King of Coins going to the Page of Coins. This is the way I would say it is that this is two people, both of whom have reached some certain level of balance in their lives. And because of that place of balance, they're both ready to then go from the king to the page. Basically, the page is to start something anew, to give an offer, to do something that is, it's kind of like when a king feels a little bit uneasy because, I've got it all together. I'm a king. And now I'm about to do something that I'm a little nervous of, a little scared of. So I kind of feel like a kid all over again. I feel like I want to say right now that this is a really good time for these two to communicate because of what we're seeing here, because of the mutual energy. So on the Emperor's side, what we have is a Knight of Wands going to the Queen of Wands. So yeah, they are coming to her doorstep, like literally coming to her doorstep. She may have a kind of a vivid sense of style also. Look at her house, the bright blue, and we've got the, climbing roses. Somebody has roses around their front door. But she comes and she answers this door. She comes to the doorstep. They're picturing that. I don't know if somebody has steps that lead up to their door, but it's funny though, because although she answers, she's carrying her little stick there. It's kind of funny. I wonder if this is in the middle of the night. I know it looks bright, but she's in kind of like a night dress and slippers here. And she's got a little stick, almost like, knock, knock, knock. And she's opening the door like, who is on my doorstep? oh my, it's a Knight of Wands. um, she's not like about to leave her house. She's not stepping back in to lock the door behind her. I feel like this person is picturing, oh my God, now I've got that song Adorn by Miguel. Love that song. Sorry. But something about like they can't wait to see her grin. This person, this emperor just cannot wait to see her face. Whatever it is, in her nightgown, you know, even if it's like with funky little slippers on, bunny slippers, whatever. This person can't wait to see her. Give me another on that from the Emperor's view. From the Emperor's view, we have got the 5 of Cups going to the 6 of Cups. Is that at all a shocker? That, and look at this, they're trying to piece together the broken pottery that once held all of the beverage, right? So all they want is to correct these mistakes. All they want is to return to their soulmate. And this person is like, they have so many regrets that they ever let this thing fall apart. These two could have a child or want to have a child, at least from the Emperor's perspective. Okay. Let's get one over here on our other person's side. The person who I'm sometimes saying is a feminine, sometimes I'm saying is a masculine. I don't know. It waffles between the two, right? Because the Emperor is seeing this person as their Queen of Wands, but over here, we have seen this person show up as that King of Cups, like someone who's super balanced in their emotions. So again, we've kind of already talked about that. But so on her side, we have the star going to the tower going to the star. So if they were to come back in, she would pretty much, like, on one hand, it would be a wish come true. On the other hand, it would be a stinking jaw drop. And it's like, this is the last thing on earth I would really ever expect to have happen. If it happened, it would be like, well, shiver me timbers, you know, like it's just not what she expects. An Ace of Swords going to the 2 of Swords. As much as she would love to hear what they have to say, she'd love to hear truth. There's a part of her that says, I don't want to hear where they've been. I don't want to hear what they've been up to. I don't think I can handle a heartbreak when they tell me, oh, I went off with somebody else for a while, but now I've decided I want to come back to you. It's like, as much as I would like the truth, I actually don't know that I actually want to hear what they might have to say. We have the World going to the Fool card. And then just as quickly, the other part of it is, but what if they did have something that wasn't horrible that they were going to tell me? What if they didn't run off with somebody else? What if they're coming back in to tell me that, you know, something about their life is different, is better, they're calmer, they want to like form this little protective circle around us now. They want to plant something with me now. What if what they have to tell me is not that they were not something that would be too devastating for me to hear, but rather something that is like they got their life straightened out. Not that they were out running, being a player, messing with my mind and my heart, cheating, having all these other options, and then coming back to me. What if that's not what it was? What if it was information that says this person is ready to actually take a leap of faith now? They sifted through whatever this was that they dealt with that was complicated, whatever. I'll say, because we have a little angel here, maybe this person was suffering from something, addiction, something that they had to get a hold of. What if they've actually reached that space? Then in that case, we go from the 5 of Coins to the 6 of Coins. She goes from saying, I would never give this person my time again, to I would give anything to give my time to this person again. If that is a story that they could come in and tell me, then I would give anything to give my time to them again. It would heal all things. But there's a great, great, great fear that that would never be the thing that they would hear. Let me just ask, do we see what happened with this person, with this emperor? Where were they? We have a 2 of Coins to the 3 of Coins. We're going to have to get another one here, because there was either an imbalance, there was an imbalance, or there was another situation in the mix. We have a Knight of Cups going to the Queen of Cups. I still am not 100% sure on how to interpret this, because this could have been someone, because it's about coins, it's about pentacles, this could very much have had to do with, wherever this emperor has been, that has made it, kind of a bit of an impediment for them to come toward her. It may have had to do with finances. This could have talked about work, because Three of Pentacles is about work that has to be done. Now, it could be work that had to be done on themselves, or it could have been work that had to be done like on behalf of someone else. I mean, maybe this person has a more complicated life. Maybe they had other debts, other bills, things that they needed to pay off. But at the same time, I would say that because we have a Knight of Cups going to the Queen of Cups, I would say that this person had to do some work on themselves. I think that even if they knew that they loved her all along, their maturity level, there was something they had to work on. And maybe it was simply they felt like, I have to get my finances together before I can not consider myself a knight, but really, stand up and give something to a queen. This person may simply have had a lot of, because this is also a card that has to do with like, women's rights, voting for women and such. It may have even been that this person wanted to make sure that in their mindset, they are, equally as powerful as their mate. This could have been one of those things where it's like, maybe the individual that they're in love with, maybe she is particularly she or he, maybe she's, very independent minded and, like someone who has like a lot of autonomy, someone who's used to handling their life on their own, paying their own way through life. And maybe this person was like, oh my gosh, I don't match up to her just yet as far as my level of, financial independence. I want to get myself as financially independent perhaps as she is, so that I match her in that respect as well. There's something here about, because it's about women's suffrage on this card, there is something here about finances being independent, and something about both people in the emperor's mind, they wanted to be as, I'm going to say, fiscally as independent as she is. That's what this looks like. And so to do that, they were like, man, I want to have enough to offer a queen. That's what I've got to get straightened out first. So if that's the case, what might be the outcome for these two? By the way, I only read this deck in the upright because there's two meanings on every card. So that's the only deck you'll ever see me flip them. Well, that and Oracle cards, I can't read those in the reverse. But Lovers to the Chariot. I mean, this looks like, because this emperor, and I'm going to backtrack for just a second and say, for me, if an emperor shows up in the upright, you can only be an emperor in the upright if you are like making honorable choices and acting in honorable ways, right? So I was already going to say, well, this person must be solid if they're coming in as an emperor in the upright. But I didn't want to say that unless we get cards that back it up, right? And sure enough, we got cards that backed that up. This person had not been out being dishonorable. This person had been making choices intentionally to make sure that they had something of worth that they thought was worthy to offer the person that they loved. And this person is finally saying, I'm just going to go do it. This is, I feel like I've got my life as in order as it can be. And now I need to go talk to my person. And they feel strong in doing this. So this emperor is like, they're coming in for the real deal. And this has a very, very good outcome. The Lovers to the Chariot. These two are able to I like the fact that on all these different cards, we saw different genders both times on either side of the equation. We also saw different ethnicities. I feel like this may be one of those like repeat soulmate, throughout different lives, they found each other in all different scenarios. I feel like equality has been a big thing for both of them. Being honorable has been a big thing for both of them. I feel like this is a story about two honorable people that have finally gotten a chance now in this lifetime to make this work and to be together and to finally move forward into a union that maybe they struggled having in past lives. Maybe it was like they never got things, like the timelines that they lived in didn't work out for them, or opportunities didn't align. And this time it's like, finally we get it. Finally we get this opportunity. But even in this lifetime, it was tough. It took some time for this to come together. And it really, I love the fact that our emperor, we see him saying, I'm done having anything else get in my way. I think his decision making to say, nope, this is it. I'm going in. I'm telling her how I feel. Nothing else is going to, because billions of things can get in the way. We can lose money just as quickly as we save it. We have, expenses that pop up out of nowhere, and there goes our little, hoard of cash that we'd been storing up. This person is finally like, I've got it. It doesn't matter. I'm going in. I'm not going to wait any longer and risk losing anything again that would make it difficult for me to come in. And is everything in my life perfect? No, but I have reached some level of, they worked hard to get here too. Now I'll go back and I'll look at that 6 of Wands. This person, our emperor, might have had to like work at some pretty humble careers also to get some extra money, some side hustles or something like that to get their money right. And that is the other thing that makes them a freaking emperor. It's because they do what's necessary to, like make their life what they want it to be. There is no job that's too humble or beneath anyone, right? It's all honorable work. But this person is out here, they could be highly skilled, and that still wasn't paying enough of the bills. So they went out and they did a side hustle. They went out and they, picked oranges in the summer months or something, and earned extra money that way. The things that they needed to do to get their life in order, they did it. What a freaking amazing emperor. I love this character. I love this whole thing. I love their power. I love the fact that even if they feel like probably going to make a fool of myself, but I'm doing it anyway. I'm like, yes, go be bold. Be bold. That is the most like empowering thing for them and for like all characters involved. The boldness, the authenticity, like nobody's ever not going to be impressed with somebody who's got that kind of personal power. Like that is amazing. But in this story, they end up together too. So very nice. All right, you guys, I'm going to end this one here. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, all of that. Remember, I'm a storyteller, not a psychic. So do bear that in mind as you listen to my art. And don't forget, I am still doing these giveaways every single day. So there's lots of other prizes to win. And yeah, different ones coming up too. So anyway, guys, thank you again. All right, bye for now.